Alright, welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel. So we need to go do some bonding events today. So I think we decided we were going to do Laura, Eustace, and Elise. Is that what we said? I think that's what we said. So let's go do that. And if it wasn't what we said, it's going to be what it's going to be. So she's at the general store, Laura. Have we talked to you before? Who are you? Hugo? I don't know if we have your thing. And Becky. We might have Becky. Alright, there she is. Hello, Laura. Oh, hello, Reen. It's rare to see you here by yourself. What's up? I actually found myself rather interested in this store's wares, so I decided to browse for a while. I'm surprised at how enjoyable it's been. Should I join her? Of course. Mind if I join you? Feel free. Maybe this would be a good chance to have you tell me more about the things being sold here. Well, I don't know all that much about them myself. They have a wide variety of items here on display, most of which I'm unfamiliar with. Which leads to a question I'd like to ask you, Reed. What sort of goods and accessories do girls my age tend to like? What? I ask because, well, I've noticed that there's a significant difference between myself and the other girls here. For example, I went shopping with Monica recently, only to find myself searching for equipment to keep my sword in shape. Meanwhile, Monica was fawning over cute accessories and the like. Doesn't this prove that I'm rather strange? Well, you're from different class backgrounds for one thing. That's a difference between you already. But even amongst the other nobles, you are a little bit different. Just as I thought. But this is of no issue. If there's something I lack, then all I need to do is take the opportunity to learn. Now tell me, which of the items here will most likely grab a girl's attention? I mean, I'm not exactly an expert on the subject, but... Reen grabbed the cute mascot plush that was sitting by the corner of the shelf. How about this Mishi plush? He's a pretty popular character over in Crossbell. Fascinating. He's certainly charming to say the least. But how about this? So she grabbed the strap with the blue-haired muscular man attached to it. This Dogi character has a rather gallant look to him, doesn't he? I'm 100% sure that most girls wouldn't have any interest in him. Oh, this is more challenging than I had expected. Dogi from, like, East? So looked at a bunch of products to Laura's unique tastes. In the end, though, they ended up purchasing the Mishi plush. I couldn't be more grateful for your assistance, Reem. If it weren't for you, I would have never purchased something so nice. Not a problem. Still, my grasp on what other girls my age like remains tenuous. It seems I have a long and harsh path ahead of me if I'm ever to truly know. You know, you don't have to force yourself to be like everyone else. Because you aren't like everyone else. You are who you are, and that's exactly why we like you. You've given me a lot to think about. Let me thank you once again. I'd like us to go shopping again if you ever have the time. Sure, that would be fun. So we got to Link level 3 with Laura now. Okay, so that's that. Guess we'll go and find Eustace now. Unless we want to go talk to the pawn shop to Crow there. See if he'll talk to us. Huh. Nick sells answers. Not exactly what I was expecting, but that's fine. Where is Eustace? There he is. Wow, your clothes are covered with dirt. You're even more into this than I realized. It's just dirt, hardly an issue. It takes a good deal of effort to care for horses. I suppose it's only natural to end up like this. I suppose you're right. Care for a little help? I've got some experience working with horses myself, so it helps things go a little faster. It must be your hobby to show up unbidden to assist people. Your offer does come at an opportune moment, though. I was just about to start washing them, so feel free to join in. Scrub, 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 scrub. Phew, this is every bit as tough as I remember it being. Already thinking of throwing in the towel? You were the one who offered to help, so don't think I'll let you back out so easily. I know. Aren't you getting a little tired yourself, Eustace? We wouldn't want you to overexert your frail little noble body or anything. Maybe you should go take a nap. What do you take me for? This is nothing. Perhaps if you put as much effort into your work as you did your toothless jokes, we'd be done by now. Shut up, I'm doing just fine. I guess Eustace isn't any friendlier towards girls than he is to guys. Right, time to fuck? I don't know, okay. Whoa there, we've got a wild one here. Understandable, this horse recently arrived from the Nord Highlands. He's still young, so he hasn't quite grown accustomed to the stables yet. Does the school normally get horses all the way from the Highlands? Indeed, they're known to breed the best horses. Even the army gets their horses from there. Now then. Eustace gently stroked the horse's neck. You're pretty good at that. When I was younger, I used to go to the stables whenever I felt bored. My brother taught me how to ride horses and how to take care of them. I am truly grateful for that. You two are lucky to have each other. I'm not going to let some snooty noble who learned about horses with a silver spoon in his mouth show me up like this. It's subtle, but he's definitely changed since we came back from our last field study. Feels like he's more willing to be open with us now. Care to explain what you're staring at? Don't mind me. Anyway, we've got a horse to clean. Aw, Eustace is getting nicer. How cute. Okay, and then we were gonna go talk to... It was Elisa. Let's just see how Paula's doing. Who's this? Lambert. Hello, Lambert. Okay, so Elisa, I believe, is on the... Or we could do Machias. No, we're gonna do Elisa. Did we add anybody to our compendium of people? Let's see. Yep, we added Lambert. And Hugo. And Paula and Becky. Alright. There's a lot of people in this room. But I think we've already talked to all of them before. Have we talked to the instructor though? Yeah, I think we have. They're our teacher. Huh? Isn't this classroom usually locked? It is, but I checked it on a whim and it was open. The janitor must have forgotten to lock it after he was done. I see. So what brings you here? I got into an argument with Ferris earlier. She started asking all these questions about my last name after she found out about Sharon. And you ran off here? How many times am I going to have to deal with this? She seems pretty upset. I'm probably not the best person for this, but do you need someone to talk to, Elisa? It's better to let these things out than bottle them up. thanks. Oops, I knew I forgot to lock up. And there we are. Wait, did he just lock the door? Seems like it. I guess we're locked in. My luck keeps getting worse and worse today. At least it's not nighttime or anything. I'm sure someone will come by before too long. That's true, but... Huh? So it's just like Rean and me here in the dark behind a locked door? No, Elisa, focus. This is all Sharon's fault. I wouldn't even be here if Ferris and I weren't arguing about her. Isn't that a bit of a stretch? You wouldn't say that if you knew her. She always does this. Imagine living with someone who knows nearly everything about you but never thinks about your feelings. And to top it all, she's always on my mother's side. Like she did when... When what? Oh, Sorry, I shouldn't have tried to pry. Even so, you don't really dislike Sharon, do you? I mean, I guess I can't say dislike. It's kind of hard to dislike someone who's been a permanent fixture in your life since you were a kid. See what I mean? If she's going to be at the academy anyway, you might as well make the best of it. Besides, she's sort of like an older sister to you, right? Siblings aren't always easy to deal with. You're right about that, but it still wouldn't kill her to think about me a little more. Not a moment goes by in which I don't think of you, Lady Elisa. Sharon, what are you doing here? Whenever you are in need, I shall be by your side. After all, isn't that what an older sister is for? She knows how to make an entrance, I'll give her that. I can't believe she heard all that. Oh my, I didn't interrupt anything personal between the two of you, did I? I would be more than happy to lock the door again and leave the two of you to whatever it is you were up to in here. Don't even joke about that. Oh, poor Elisa. She's getting teased by her maid. Okay, so that's all of that. So now we have the quests to do. So we need to go behind the storage building. I don't know where the storage building is. Oh, it's right here. Excellent. Hello, who are you? Oh, Vincent. Excuse me, is your name Vincent by any chance? Indeed it is. Standing before you is a nobleman overflowing with love and pathos, the one, the only, Vincent Floral. I presume that you are the Cupid that I asked the student council to send me? He's quite the character. He really seems to like himself, but that's what I've grown to expect from Class 1. I'm no Cupid, but I'm here on behalf of the student council, yes. Then you may well serve for my purposes. Allow me to congratulate you on making your way here. So based on your request and my new nickname, I assume you want me to find someone for you? Yes, something along those lines. Do you have any time to spare? If so, I shall begin explaining the particulars of my request. Let's hear it. Please elaborate on your request. A fine answer indeed. Although before we continue... Phew. Sarifa is currently nowhere to be seen. Now that I think about it, this is kind of an unusual meeting place. Are you hoping to keep this request quiet? Not exactly. I was merely hoping to avoid things getting meddled in. My father sent Sarifa to the academy to keep an eye on me. As you can imagine, her watchfulness can occasionally be rather constraining. Huh? Well, that is apart from the meat of the matter. To be blunt, I have received not one, not two, but 3 passionate love letters of late, and all from a single writer. Curiously, however, the writer in question signs with naught but a nom de plume. What would What I would request of you, my fine fellow, is to find out just which lovely lady is responsible for these. That's reasonable, but are you sure it's appropriate for me to try to find her? These are anonymous, after all. Do take a moment to think it over. The fact that she chose to use a pen name rather than remaining completely anonymous is proof of a pining, hopeful heart. In fact, I am absolutely certain that she wishes for me to find her. I suppose I'll have to trust your judgment on this one. What's more, she sent cookies along with her third letter. I would hardly be worthy of the floral name if I did not properly thank her, would I? Yeah, I don't think I could stop you at this point if I tried. Do you have any additional information that would help me pinpoint exactly who we're looking for? I do indeed. The first hint is that she is a first year. As a man well versed in the feelings of beautiful women, I was able to deduce this from the respectful tone of her letters. Additionally, the fact that she's attached the pressed grand rose at the end of each letter may serve as a hint as well. Huh? What exactly is a grand rose? Oh, heaven forbid you're telling me you've never heard of a grand rose? I am ashamed to say I don't. Shame is the only proper response for such a gosh misstep. The grand rose is a magnificent crimson rose and a universal symbol of passionate romance. What's more, it's often associated with confessing one's love for another. Sounds like the perfect flower for a love letter, then. Quite. Which brings us to why this is a hint. The only way to obtain a grand rose interest is to purchase it from the town florist. So if we ask the florist who purchased one, precisely, we will be able to discover just which shy maiden has sent these letters to me. Would you take on this task for me, then? As long as you don't mind me sticking to the plan we just discussed, I don't see why not. I am truly indebted to you. Based on your pseudonym and her use of a grand rose, I can only imagine Our Lady is the very model of grace. Now that you mention it, what was the name she used? Oh, it seems I neglected to mention that very important detail. She calls herself the Grand Maiden, a nickname taken from the daughter of the Baron who married into the imperial family long ago. The Emperor at the time was so smitten that he gave her countless numbers of grand roses, and so came the moniker. I see. Can't say I've heard that story before, but it is interesting. But this is no time to stand around thinking about it. I'll head over to the flower shop right away. Very well. I leave this matter in your very capable hands. I added the very. Because I am very capable. Okay, so we need to go to the flower shop. Have we talked to Fidelio? I think we might have, but I'll talk to him again, just in case we don't have him in our compendium. Hello, V. Alright. Hello, lady. Excuse me, would you mind if I asked you a question? Not at all, go ahead. So explain the situation? It wouldn't be hard to find if I looked at my records, but I'm not exactly sure I should disclose that information. Understandably so. I don't intend to do anything with this information that they don't want me to, though. If they ask me to keep their identity a secret, that's what I'll do. I see. Well, if that's the case, I guess I can help you out. Just remember, though, it's your job to give the mystery sender your support and nothing more. I'll wish her the best of luck. This request is getting pretty complicated at this point. Right, I count 3 first years who've made a Grand Rose purchase recently. In class order, first is Beryl from class 3, then there's Vivi from class 4, and Rosine from class 5. I see, thank you very much for the help. Good luck. Unless it was all 3, because he said he got 3 letters. So what if all 3 of them are sending him... Hello. Excuse me, you're Rosine from class 5, right? Aren't you? That's correct. Why do you ask? I have a quick kind of personal question for you. Oh, no, that certainly wasn't me. I did buy a grand rose, but it was for the purpose of decorating the church. Oh, I see. Sorry to ask such an embarrassing question then. It's fine. She's hiding something. I'm not sure I believe her. Let's see, so we have one in the Student Union building, and one all the way out the back. So, I think it's on the upper floor. Oh. Hello, Beryl. You're Beryl from class 3, right? I certainly am. What do you want from me? Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you. Do I seem like the kind of girl who'd be interested in romance? I needed to purchase the Grand Rose to use it in a ritual, that's all. I see. That answers my question, but now I'm wondering what that ritual she mentioned is all about. Well, that's all I wanted to ask. Sorry to disturb you. Sometimes it's good to be disturbed. Good day to you. Okay. Creepy woman. I wonder how President Toa is doing. What? She's not in there? What? She's taking the day off while pawning all the work off on me? This monkey is always playing chess with stuff. I guess this is the chess club, right? So. And there's Emma. And Dorothy. Okay, so let's go courtyard. Because we have to talk to the other lady over here. You're Vivi from class 4, right? You got it. Why do you ask? There's something I'd like to ask you. Well, now, that is pretty interesting. I'm going to take that as a no. Well, it was me. I wish it was me, but I'm having too much fun teasing Lynn to set my sights on boys right now. I did buy a Grand Rose, but not to confess to some boy or anything, not when I've got a sister to prank. Nah, thanks, good talk. I've asked all 3 the florist told me about, but none of them seem to have sent the letters. I guess the trail's gone cold. I should report back to Vincent for now. I wonder who it might have been then. I guess we can do a little bit of fishing since we're here. So I think what I'll do is I'll finish up the fishing here and then we'll continue with that. So as always, thanks for watching.